You want to talk to them about rent?
Well, rent is $2,200. As many of you said, we're getting robbed.
Did we stick with that same budget for September?
Yes,
Okay.
we did.
Okay.
I like the fact that he says most of you guys said you're actually getting robbed. And the basis of this video, I'm going to be doing comments about from Kenyans, and even some actually even I've seen one of comment from guys from, I think it's a lady from the States. She was like, yeah, you're getting robbed, yeah. But however, this is such a lovely couple. I'll put their link below so that you guys can know and watch them, support them, and remember to subscribe also to this channel. Let us also grow as well. This channel is just meant there to just showcase and just give a different opinion, react to expats who are staying here in Nairobi. It's nothing personal, just saying probably if there's something that we agree, they actually do agree on. Most of their expenses are actually on point. But I just also wanted to see reactions of other Kenyans, because I was thinking, am I the only person who's thinking, man, they're really overpaying for an apartment, probably in Kilelesho or Lavington, or even if it is Riverside, I think they're still overpaying. But hey, you know, as long as if they're comfortable and they're okay paying, that's okay.
So we budgeted $2,200 for rent for this month, and we came in at budget $2,200. Nothing increased or decreased for our rent for the month.
Yes.
What's next?
So we just got robbed.
Yeah, so I imagine from them they are also seeing the comments. Huh? So I'm going to be reading some of the comments. I really liked some of the comments and what guys were actually saying in terms of how much they're paying. So I'm going to start with the first comment. This is Alex Chui, who says, it's pointless to be in Kenya and almost pay same prices as in the US. Your budget is way over the top and could be brought down by half, if not more. Don't limit yourself to the expat bubbles. There are tons and tons of houses all over Nairobi, as the real estate is a big thing in this city. I'd suggest to venture out in all directions. The neighborhoods along Langata Road, Thika Road, Mombasa Road, Kiambu Road, Waiyaki Way, pretty much explore the city and you'll find bargains. Preferably have a local to accompany so that your accent are not taken advantage of. Guys, expats. Okay. Description, you can take my contacts if you need a local. I'm here, I'm a real estate agent, guys. And then he says, just have an open mind and put up with a few inconveniences. If you must limit yourself to the upper middle class and high-end areas, especially in the western suburbs of Nairobi, you'll be mixed every coin possible. Dairy products like cheese and butter could be expensive in Kenya since most Kenyans don't use them. I actually even said that in my video. Like, gosh, that was actually my old script. This guy. Alex Tree is actually, I think, regular. I've seen him comment in a couple of expert reviews. I think they also had. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, Alex Tree, but I think you did an interview with Brittany Caldwell. But I might be wrong. Brittany Caldwell was one of the experts who actually started really hyping up Nairobi once. So I'll leave that comment there. So let me go to the next comment. This comment is from Action Jackson. Whether he's a Kenyan or not, I have no idea. $2,200 a month for rent in Kenya. You must have a lot of money. Yeah. Personally, I would like a local Kenya. I think he meant I would like to live like a local of Kenya. I've seen a lot of nice apartments in Kenya for 200 ST a month, and that's a 2-bedroom. Okay, that's very true. 200 ST would be almost 30,000 Kenya shillings. Now, Kenyan actual middle class live in houses in that range. People who live in hundreds, actually, I would be very honest and saying any Kenyan who lives in like 60,000-70,000 per month house, which would be almost like $450-500 thereabout per month, is actually upper middle class. So most Kenyan middle class would rent a house from probably $200 to $400 at most. The actual middle class in Kenya. So I like the comment. Very true. That, and for that you actually do get like a 2-bedroom, a really nice one. Well done. It's definitely not one of the expat bubbles. So and someone actually replied to them, said, true, the real estate is very competitive. I have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment I bought and rented it out for 250 since I live and work up country. I mean, you can see most popular, most guys are actually concurring. But with time, and then he's saying $2,200 should be more than enough for a 4-bedroom maisonette. I hope that's how it's pronounced. Yeah, I'm a real estate. Yeah, it's maisonette with a parking for 3 and expansive yard. That's what I've been saying. But hey, anyway, so let me see another. So we have Halima Muslima from the US. Actually, this is the one that was saying she's from the US, and she was saying from the US, yeah, all gonna kick yourselves when you realize that you're really are being hard big time paying that much rent. As they say in the South, bless ya. Very true. I mean, from a Kenyan to an American, Halima, if you ever watch this video, 22 even for Kenyans is on the high end. Really, really on the high end. You really have to. Oof, I don't know. I actually haven't met any Kenyan who pays that amount. I'm sure they are there, but personally, I haven't met any Kenyan who pays such an amount. It's actually 2,200. Is actually almost 300,000. Okay, so you have Winnie Monenem. Yes, you're getting robbed. Paying 2,200, which is 280, is insane. Most affluent neighborhoods in Kenya pay 150,000 per month, roughly $1,100 per month. In the most affluent places. That's what I said. You guys go to back to my video. I said for that amount of money, you should be living in either Kitisuru, Karen, Muthaiga. You should be living with other like ambassadors. You should not be living in these expat battles. But anyway, that's a really, really good point. So we have Jeff G. Yes, 2,200 is extreme. You can get an entire apartment of 15 units. In a safe neighborhood. I don't know if that's true. You can get an entire apartment. No, the apartment is actually quite expensive in Kenya. Really, really expensive. I think it's just trying to stress the point. I mean, for the amount of money you're paying. Oh, it actually could be meaning in some apartments you can be paying 300,000. You're like paying for everyone who's in the apartment. Very true. Very true. I mean, for guys who are paying 25,000 for 300,000, that's like 10 houses. Could be. Could be. So, Jeff, I'm sorry, you could actually be having a point. No, that was not even a joke. All right, and then we have Maxwell Karaoke. I'll not say, but I'll just say, I'll start from cow. You are spending 283 rent in Kenya. That's a palatial mansion, I must say. What kind of amenities do you get for that amount? Are you living in Karen? Being Kenyan and having lived in America, I know that's too much for Kenya. If you plan to live in Kenya permanently, it's better you buy a home or a luxury apartment. Karaoke, I couldn't agree more. And then we have Winnie Monene. You're getting robbed. Sorry, I think I must have read already. Let me see the last one. A neighborhood, she says, she's Mr. Amonika. A neighborhood of $1,000 can give you a good rental place. I'm speaking from experience. Even doesn't sound like a Kenyan. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, you can get really, really, really good apartment if you really do your homework. I would actually, not even me, let's say even with other, get a local, go with them, look for a house. I actually do understand. I might actually correct the guys as they're saying these are. I do believe that's a furnished apartment. Generally, furnished apartments could be much more expensive, but for 300,000, I think that's still on the higher side. I was actually doing a bit of for my Kenyan audience who are actually bashing these guys. I was actually doing a bit of as a real estate agent. I can tell you most Airbnbs in Kileleshwa, which might be what these guys are living, the average English has gotten lost for a minute. You pay actually 5,000 to 10,000 per day for a place in Kilimani or Kileleshwa. So they're actually speaking facts. In Kileleshwa, Kilimani, most of these places, if you're taking an average days money was worth in an Airbnb, you actually pay like 5 to 10K. But for most people, these are people who come in are coming in probably for like 5 to 10 days and you're off. That would be okay because you want somewhere that is convenient, has all the conveniences. But when it stretches from 2 months to 3 months, you'd rather just get a local, find somewhere you can get a better deal for yourself, because paying the 300,000 in Kenya, if I put that money in terms of per year, and that's almost 3.6 million Kenya shillings. That means if you add another 1 million, you could buy an equivalent of a 1-bedroom house in some posh places. Because in Kileleshwa, I know studios are going for like 5 million. Probably if you double that, if you stay like a 2 years, you could actually have enough money to buy yourself a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom apartment in one of the places probably you're staying near. So you'd rather buy a house. The guy was saying we're talking about just buying a house in Kenya. That would make a lot of sense. Actually, that's our point. We are not saying they're not houses for 300,000. We are just saying if they're gonna budget. I mean, I actually did another video for this lady who was. You can check that video somewhere. I'll link it at the back as well. She was paying $500,000 in Kenya in terms of cost, which would be almost similar if we put all the costs per month. Actually, I did theirs was coming to 3,200. The other lady's house was coming to something similar, but it was getting to almost 580,000. Guys, when you come to Kenya, just get a local. In terms of vegetables, you can watch the whole videos because they talk about they spend around $400 for vegetables, groceries. Just do a little bit of research. Some of these things are not as expensive as they are being sold in the expat bubbles. And yeah, it's very interesting also to read some of the comments. My name is Gideon. This is Eka, where we talk about anything and everything living in Kenya. Come on, guys, remember to subscribe. Saido and Jermaine, if you ever watch this video, man, I would really love to do an interview with you guys. And for the rest of you guys, just watch and see you next time on next video. See you. Bye.